Hey everybody, it's your friend Sarmate here, back with another episode of Kingdoms Reborn. I hope you're having a fantastic and amazing day today. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. In this one, we are going to continue to work on our little town here, which I came up with a name. I've been really into power metal and such as of late, and one of my favorite bands that I've discovered is Lords of the Trident, and they have a song called Knights of Dragon's Deep, and I figured since we had a little dragony guy here, Dragon's Deep was the perfect name, so that's why we named it. If you don't know that band and you like metal, go check them out. Lords of the Trident, super great. So we now have almost 3,000 coins, and what I want to do with the 3,000 coins is move up a little bit north here. So we have coal and we have iron that we want to get our hands on here. We need to go this way for the iron, or we go all the way around for the iron. So either way, but we're going to go up and get the coal first. We're going to claim the province with our monies. Do we want to buy a coal mine? Oh yes, so when you get to the resource for the first time, you get the option to buy the coal mine. Here we'll get the iron mine, cotton, stuff like that. So we'll buy that for, can't buy it for 100 because I have a bunch of cards. So I bought this because I want to have the mines, of course. You can see here the rock is a little speckled, speckled with the dark rock there. That's the coal. So what I want to do with this space first now is get in here with some our choppers and take some of these trees down. We really could use the trees, so we're gonna gather everything, and I'm just gonna do a big old thing like so, and we're gonna get those trees because we really need them. And then we're gonna continue to bring our road up here, and we'll do like so. And I want to leave some space for our mine right over here, so I'm gonna go to the side a little bit, and then we're gonna continue to go north, and then we will continue to go west as well. So that kind of in the process of being planned up right there. And then over here, what I did a little bit in between episodes is I put in a couple farms just to try and give us a little bit more food coming in. We're very close from being negative, so I'm trying to keep that up a little bit. So that's what these farms are here for. We put in a couple more houses here to try and maintain our population because I was losing more people to homelessness, and I didn't want to do that. So trying to take some steps to continue to grow our town a little bit, but we got to be careful not to go too fast because then we'll have a bunch of other problems like, starvation, and we won't have enough medicines to take care of people, and that's just the beginning of it. So we have, speaking of the medicines, we have the one medicinal herb here, and then the rest are wheat. So you can see here our medicinal herbs. We are producing more than we are using, so that's great. That's what we want. And I did notice, I think this might be new because I don't recall seeing this before, is that during the winter, see how these don't have anybody working in them? Same thing over here, and then all of a sudden we have 15 laborers. So it looks like they're automatically switching to laborers and then back to farmers during the winter time, which I like, but I wish that it didn't tell me here. I wish it kept them as farmers like it does in Settlement Survival, just because then I'm thinking, oh, I have laborers, I can assign them places, and I'm tricking myself. So yeah, it's just something to keep in mind if you're playing. They do have that. We do have our clay. I have it blocking most of our workers because we have a bunch stored up in a little bundle here of clay. So I'm blocking most of the workers. We only have one coming in, and then of course we're making the clay pottery from the clay, and that's keeping our houses at level 2. I did notice that when we stopped making that, which of course the houses were degrading because they ran out of pottery. So keep in mind that you just gotta, when you're flexing workers around, that your houses will deteriorate if you turn off your luxury items. So something to keep in mind. We have a beer brewer as well that have both people not assigned work right now. It's just a building built, not making anything for us. Just kind of hanging out with that one. And then as we continue to go north here, I did put in another 2x2 houses right here, and I want to keep putting in a couple more houses going this way, but I think we're gonna need to get some more charcoal going. So I am gonna put in another charcoal burner right over here, just because the fuels are having an issue, and I want to keep that up a little bit. Our foresters are doing okay. This one's making us 26 per year per season. This one's only 28 and 9. Like, I get like this one for sure is, there's not a whole lot of wiggle room in here. There's not a whole lot of grow space until we buy this land. That it's pretty restricted. And when you're starting out like this, we're kind of crammed in here. There's not a whole lot we can do, and when you have radiuses that are so big with the foresters, that's kind of what happens. So as we work our way up this way, I'll probably put in another forester. We'll kind of just move that around. I'll move this forester from over there back up over here, and then we'll have a little bit more working space. It'll be a little bit nicer. And then on the subject of the trees, in our upgrades tree, we do have this thing called Forestry technologies, which I have got 2 of. So +5 wood cutting yield per level. So this is gets more and more expensive the higher up you go. It's at 345 science points right now. I was gonna get the frugality book to try and save us some money. I did get one, and it did save us a little bit of money, so that's kind of nice. But there's a couple of really good buffs in here. Chimney Restrictor. What this does is wood and coal gives more heat, which is, I mean, that would be nice. We can get that. We're having that kind of problem, so maybe we'll do that next. 230, I will get this instantly because we have 260. And then we have quarry improvement. We don't have quarry, so not really something I want to do right now. And then homebrew. Houses with pottery get 4 influence points, and then beer tax is houses with beer get 5 coins. So those are some good buffs and something to always keep working on and growing as you're growing your town, because they are important. And we on occasion are getting 3 immigrants to join the city. And I do have our our hand is full, so I have to change something around here, or we build something. Let's go with the statistics bureau here since we have it, and then I'm going to grab the frugality book. All right, so now we have Chimney Restrictor, but we can't really use it because if we go to our town hall, we're using our slots for investment in co-op fishing. So either we hold on to the Chimney Restrictor, which I think we probably should, or we close it and sell it and get some money for it. Now, I think I'm gonna leave investment in here, +1 income for every 20 you own. So max of 100, you know, that's not that great. It's pretty good at the very beginning, but so I think I am going to take that out. But before I can do that, I have to build another thing or use a frugality book on something to make space in our hand for some more cards. So this Potter upkeep 10. Let's put the frugality book in there, and now it's going to go down to 3. So we're going to save 7 coins from that. Let's go ahead and we'll kick investment out of there, and we'll put Chimney Restrictor in there. So now wood and coal are going to be a little bit more better, and then we can go ahead and sell this for 300 coins. That's a good amount. We'll get that going. And we're still working on these trees, so now we can see here. So now it's growing season, right? Now we have 0 laborers, 0 builders. You see that I didn't do anything. And now back over here, our farms are sprinkled with workers again. And if we look at our job priority, we have farms as number 3. So everything that's going to be below this is going to be less priority, apparently. Except, well, okay, so you're wondering why the clay pit and potter and stone tool shop have workers, but the beer brewer does not. It's because the beer brewer is turned off with the X's on our people over here. So see that right on this guy. You can click these to allow or close the slot here. Apparently it's not working. Oh, it's up and down arrows. So that's what you do there. So these are still getting worked on. We're having the trickle of workers as they are available to go in there. And we're still doing okay with our foods. I did want to get a pig ranch going. These are good, but look at how huge this is. It's just a massive thing. So that's going to take away from our tree production if I put it over here. So maybe if we can fit it on this other side, which it might be really tight. I don't think it's going to work. It's not going to work. We could go over here. Let's go over here, and we could kind of go this way a little bit more with some more ranches if we want to do that in a later time. But that might be a little bit far from our storage yard, so we might have to do another storage yard. In addition, when you build buildings out like this, if they're too far away, you'll have to build houses with them. So you kind of have to keep that in mind. That's one reason why I put the houses over here as well, is that we'll need them for our buildings that are more out over this way. And we want to get our forester up here too as well, so that's what we were talking about. But now that we put this big farm ranch here, pig ranch here, it's going to, take up some more of that farm space that we wanted to use. But that's okay. We can deal with that. It's some wood coming in, better than nothing. I mean, 9, and that's just abysmal. Still, these are really low. So we really want to get some more space and get some more forester stuff happening, just to make all of that all the better. Pretty soon here, we're at 1,200 influence points. Pretty soon here, we can claim another province and continue to move and continue to grow. Oh, we could go a little bit further north. Now, I have no idea what this deal is. A minor city, unlock foreign relation tech to engage in diplomacy. So I wonder what happens with this, if we can take this, or if they grow. I'm not sure. That's not a regular AI, so I'm not sure what the dealio is with that. Maybe it's like a little city-state. I'm not sure. But we could go into this little land area and continue to work our way around. I do want to work our way around and to get the forest province to get the iron. It looks like we can claim with some influence points, so let's go ahead and we'll do that. And then right in here we'll put our forester. So let's claim this province with our influence points. And yes, we can buy a card. And then let's take our road, and we're gonna run our road, and we're gonna sneak it. Look at that, it'll work perfectly right back in here. So again, we're getting kind of far away from houses and such up here. So we are probably gonna have to build some more houses up there. We're for sure gonna have to build another storage yard, so we can do that real quick. And then can't really see anything, of course, so we're gonna turn the trees off just for a little bit, and then we are gonna go storage yard. And our mine looks like it's gonna work about right in here. You can kind of see that the difference of the rock there. So if we rotate this around and get our mine, I can get it to fit like right in there. So that'll work right here. So we'll put that in. House too far, see? So I just mentioned that. So we'll go ahead and we're gonna drag a little road out a little ways. Well, we'll have it go this way because we can continue to cross out over there. Let's make a little crossroads right here. And then we'll do a little storage yard, and then we'll do a couple houses, and then we will also do our forester up in here. That'll be good once we can get that rolling. This looks like a decent spot for one. So if we go here, we could, you know, ask or try and find the forester, or since we have 7 wild cards, let's use one of them up. So our forester is going to work better out this way versus out here because we're taking up more rock. But for now, this doesn't really matter because we don't have that territory anyways. But we're going to stick this guy out over here, and then we can build our houses up over on this side, and then they won't interfere with our forester here. And then we can do another fruit gatherer, and then we can stick this guy about right there, and then we will build our houses, and we'll kind of bring them up. It looks like there's iron right here as well, so if this mine runs out, we can continue to get iron on this side right here. So we don't want to crowd that, so we need to keep in mind there. So let's go ahead, we'll plop this house, we'll go to right, oh, I can't put it there. Looks like there's some kind of obstruction, so we'll kind of move up a little bit further north, and then we'll do another one there. BH is build house hotkey, and we'll put one more for now, and we'll just do it like that. We could for sure do another charcoal burner over here and try and supply these guys with their own stuff. Might be a good idea, but a hunting lodge might also be a good idea here because we can see we got a burrow right close. So let's go ahead and we'll plop this guy here and try and provide this little area with some extra food, continue our growth. And then up over here, let's go ahead, and I want to put some mushrooms in, more mushroom farms. We're going to have a lot of those guys sprinkled around town. A lot of times I like to cram all these guys together because in the future there is a buff that when you have the same buildings together, they help each other out. So that's something to keep in mind. But for now, since we're kind of crammed, we're kind of stuck with all these mountains, I'm going to just continue to spread out a little bit more. We're going to continue to grow our population. We're at 61 right now, so that's pretty good. But now, because we have been growing, our food is hurting. So I think we're going to try and can we upgrade these at all. So these fishing lodges, we can upgrade a little bit. So since we have 2,400 coins, there's a couple things I think we're going to do. We'll get the juicy bait for 900 because we have 3 of them, and they were 300 each. And then we'll also upgrade the worker slots. So we'll have 3 more workers that go toward fishing. And so we should get a little bit more fish coming in every season. So let's see, we are at production of 12 and 12. And is this one 26? Ooh, because we have the productivity books in there. So something else that we could try and do, since we have 413 in research science points, that's pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and we can get these productivity books after a little bit here. So we get that, and we'll get a productivity book next. And then we'll put those in the fishing docks, and we can really get going with our fishing docks, because that's 26. That's super nice to have. 41. I mean, it's super nice to have over the 26. So yeah, we can definitely do that. And so we have another frugality book, so we can look for a more expensive building to cut the price. So you kind of, if you don't know, you just gotta kind of click around, and that's kind of what I'm doing. So we have 5 here. That's not more expensive one. Most of our stuff is going to be about 5 cost, but the charcoal burner was the exception to that. So this charcoal burner, oh no, it's still 5. What am I thinking of? That's 5. That's 5. Oh, maybe I was thinking of the potter. But just yeah. So we'll put the frugality book in here, make this even cheaper. So we'll continue on that way. We still have lots of trees to cut down over here. I'm not sure why we haven't gone over there. Oh, it's because it's still farming season. So we're still harvesting up our food. Still not going to be enough. We'll get this stuff built up here pretty quick, and then we can continue to go on that way, and it'll be great. We had somebody die from starvation, unfortunately, but we can continue to work on, even though we lost them, and we'll continue to put a coal mine up over in here, and then that will help to alleviate the burden on our trees. So we'll go ahead and we'll put that there and get that going. This is going to take a little bit for our workers to get up here, it looks like, since it is kind of far away, and it looks like this guy needs some stone, which we don't have any apparently. So we're gonna have to keep our eyes peeled for some stone. So let's go ahead and we'll hide trees and bushes again. Let's accept those immigrants, and let's accept the passion card. Little motivation. Okay, so we do have a couple of stones here that are already marked for gathering, so that will happen eventually. It just might take a little bit. And then we have a couple more over here. Let's go ahead and we'll mark this for gathering as well. And then we'll increase our stone count a little bit, and then we'll be able to continue on building our other things that we need. So that needs stone. So this guy's calling for stone. We should have that very shortly for our mines, and then we'll be really good. We could also get into a little quarry action. We want to work. Let's work on getting our food settled before we continue to really expand our industries, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some more mushrooms, and we will plop a couple more over here. We'll do... These are mushrooms or houses? Yeah, these are mushroom farms. Okay, so we'll go mushroom farm, and then we will do another one right there. And then let's go for one more. Pretty much go as far north as we can with those. So, oh, house is too far on that one. So maybe we cancel that one. So we do that by going here, and then demolish, and then cancel, and you get the card back. So that's something that I really like. That's really nice to have. The luxury of getting your card back. So let's see if that will work there. It will work there. So we'll put that mushroom farm right there, and then we can continue to work this way and upwards with mushroom farms, and then that will be kind of our little mushroom farming area. And we can continue to bring houses north as well. But we really need to think about this food situation and this medicine situation. So one thing that I'm thinking about going is over this way. Let's see if there's fertility over here, like this looks like. So it looks like this fertility is not that great if we continue to expand over here. It's pretty good in here, so we could put some more farms, sprinkle them up in here, or continue to go this way and fill in farms here. See what this costs. So we're almost, we're a little ways away from both of these things. So maybe next we could go easterly over here and grab some more farms over here. But in the meantime, I think I'm gonna plop a farm in right here. I did leave that open before for another clay pit if we wanted to put one in. But for now, I think I would rather have some food, so we're going to go ahead and put that there. We did get another productivity book, so let's throw that into a fishing lodge, and that will increase our productivity. And then we also have a passion, which is pretty good. Job happiness and 15% productivity, so that will help us for sure. Put that in. Will be really good to get some more to put in our foresters as well. So we have plenty of science points saved up now. I think we're going to go ahead and get the sheep ranch. It's going to only cost 161, so we will get that instantly again. And now we have all of the Dark Age techs learned. You can see they're all colored in. But we can't move on to the Middle Age until we have 10 houses on level 2. We only have 4. So remember in the last episode we talked a little bit about how to upgrade the houses, and that was with our pottery and with our beer. So we have that going on a little bit around here, but not a whole lot. So here's the level 2 house versus the level 1. And that's what we're doing. That's how we're getting these level 2 houses. But that's what you need to advance. First of all, you need to have 10 houses, and then you need to have 10 houses at level 2. So we're still working on that, still getting there, still getting a handle on it, and still trying to maintain that. I'm more concerned about getting our food situation figured out than upgrading right now. So kind of putting that on the back burner. But we did purchase another hunk of land over on the east side over here, and I moved our forester from this cluttered area out a little bit more, and now we have so much more open space to cut down trees and plant trees after it gets built, of course. And hopefully we get a little bit more food and trees coming in from that side. I think that'll be great once we get that in. I did put another mushroom farm here just north of the other 2 mushroom farms, and that's basically all that we did in between. But we do have our productivity book, so let's go ahead and we'll put this guy in. So let's see, 56 mushrooms, and then we put that in, and it goes up to 56. Oh, okay, so from 28 to 33. That's the difference. So that's good there. And then I do have a couple items down here in our hand. So we did unlock the sheep branch. So you get sheep, and you get food, and you get wool. So 2 really good things. So we have this kind of our little ranchy area over here, but we can't expand we can't do another line of ranches until we buy this plot of land. So I think with our influence points, when we get to 1500, we'll buy this plot of land, and then we'll put another ranch over here, and we'll start to get some sheep coming in, and then that will be great because then we'll start to get wool. We do have tons and tons of leather. So I did see that we had a trading post as an option. So I grabbed the trading post card, and we're going to plop that in, and I think I'm going to do some trading with our leather to get us the things that we need. It looks like we have a good handle on wood. I mean, we have chopped down a good amount of these trees up over here, but for now, wood is okay. Coal seems to be a little bit hurting, so a lot of that wood's going to go toward coal. But if we have some leather, we can sell that. We can buy some food, make sure our people aren't dying, and then we'll be sitting pretty good. We'll have the ability to get what we need, and that's pretty important. We are going to need some more houses, it looks like, though. We're at 74 out of 76. Our population is growing pretty quickly, and it's kind of hard to keep up. We're trying to get this food situation figured out. We're trying to get this wood situation figured out, but our population keeps growing and growing and growing, and so we need more and more. But that's okay. I'm not complaining. It's part of the game. We got to keep going and keep growing and getting better and better and more awesomer. Something else that I wanted to get built up is a mine or a quarry. So we'll put this. Well, I was going to put this quarry here, but I forgot that if we put this close, see those red smiley faces? That's no good. So we'll have to plop it way away from some houses, but close enough to where they can still get to it. We'll put it right there. I think that's a decent enough spot. This fruit gatherer still has plenty of fruit trees around for now, so we'll leave that. See, we're getting 133 out of that guy. That's pretty darn good. And then up over, where do we have another fruit tree? I thought we had another guy close by here. Oh, we moved it. That's what happened to it. And then up over here, slope is getting slowly built up. Looks like we do have a fruit gatherer up here. 133 up there as well. I'm going to upgrade that for pest traps for more productivity. Oh, we don't have a hunter in all of these, but we do have a hunter up here. So we got more food coming in on this side of the world, as well as a house up here and a little storage yard over here. So that was saying that our tools are getting low, and we are getting low. We're at 9 tools. So a couple options. We can build another stone tool shop, or we can get some upgrade cards. So I think I'm going to go for the upgrade cards. So if we go over here, we can say productivity book for 300 money. So let's go ahead and get that. And then we are going to go ahead and upgrade this with the productivity book. So instead of 11, we're going to make 13. Not that great of an upgrade, but an upgrade. So it might be just enough. Nope, it won't be just enough. We need a lot more stone tools. So it looks like we're going to need another stone tool shop. Almost certainly. So we'll go stone, and then we'll get another stone tool shop. And I think we'll plop this guy over here, a little bit away from everything else. Because, we're growing out over here, so we're going to need those tools over here. And it looks like that's going to need some stone. So this quarry, once it's up and running, is going to be very important for us because we're going to need some more stone. We have a couple bits and pieces around town, but we're going to need more than that for sure. So we'll get that quarry going, and then we'll be sitting pretty good for our stone. And this, we can't quite go here yet. We're getting pretty close, but not quite. We could go a little bit further north, but I'm not concerned about looping around anymore since we have the iron here. So I want to go east and west a little bit. I want to go west next, and we'll continue to grow out that way. I'm pretty happy with the space that we have over on this side of the world. We could go a little bit over here and grab this section as well to increase our forest production, but we don't have to do that yet. And I am going to go around. I think we're going to do a speed boost. So if you hit V, that's the hotkey. We can increase some of the production on some of these guys and get some more food coming in. And there we go. There's a little update. We're still building some stuff up over here, taking a little bit of time to do so. We have 6 builders instead of laborers. So when it's the off season of the farms, which it currently is, it looks like they're automatically being set up as laborers or builders. And I guess I didn't really notice that before. That's how that worked, but that is what's doing now. So good to keep in mind. I did remember now that we have train units, and we have 1900 coins. So because I don't know how the AI is going to be with the, as far as like aggression goes, I think I'm going to go ahead and we'll train a warrior and see how that goes. Ooh, okay, so attack in unfortified provinces for money and influence. So I'm wondering if we take this raid card and we attack this place, if that's what that is. Unlock formulation check to engage in diplomacy. What if I just want to engage in warfare with them? So maybe we'll test that out in a little bit here, and we'll see what happens when we have warriors. And it might be bad for our rep, like with everybody in the world. I'm not really sure how it's gonna work. Well, I guess we'll find out together. So I'm gonna let these guys continue to work and keep building up, and then maybe we'll do an attack and we'll see how that works out. Hopefully not disastrous. All right, so we got our trading post built up. So I wanted to show off how that works. I'll do a little bit of upgrade first, though. We're going to upgrade fast delivery, and then we're going to upgrade quantities of goods per trade. So we're going to do a trade, and you can see here, there's a lot of different items in this game as well. Just like in Settlement Survival, there's a lot of things to get, a lot of things to do. So keep you busy, it's good. And we have 2,100 leather that we are just taking up spaces with. So what I want to do is sell a good amount of that. I think we're going to sell about 200. So let's see. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. So you have to go -200, I believe. 1200, I mean. Yeah, -1200. We're gonna sell it. We're gonna get a good amount of coins. There is a fee, unfortunately. Oh, if we could sell that much, looks like we can only sell about 240 at a pop. But a good amount of fee, like that's a lot of our money that we would lose from this. But that's just something to keep in mind. We can go up to 240, so let's go ahead and we'll do that. And we're gonna make 968 coins. Not a bad deal. So what we could do that, and then we could do that trade. And then it's going to take a minute for that stuff to get to us. So you'll see here we have a little circle-y deal, and when that arrives, just like the immigrant office, then the transaction is complete and you get your goods and you're good to go. So you can build more than one trading post and then have a bunch of them going all at once to continue to trade or buy or sell or whatever you want to do. That is a thing that we can absolutely do. So our productivity, I want to get something buffed here, and I think we're going to go ahead and do stone tool shop because our tools are so bad still. Medicine's not doing great, and neither is wood still. Okay, so what I did to help with our medicine and our food is I have put in a couple more farms over on this end of the world. You know, we've got a lot to, you know, prepare for that yet, but it's going to come along, and then that'll be handy to have that stuff. And then our fruit gather is complete up here, so it's working for us, getting a couple of fruits per season there, and then we have a nice big storage yard. And then it does look like we have our quarry working, so that's excellent as well. Get some stone coming in. We can even sell some of our stone if we need to. And it looks like our coal is also done, but we are going to also need our storage yard. So we can go ahead and we'll get a little storage yard. You know, thinking about this, I swear we had one already. I guess we'll put in another one, and we'll pop that guy right there. And then, so once this was done training our warriors, so we have them down here, so I'm not really sure what's going to happen if I click on this. So let's do that right now. We'll click on it. Okay, so it says military unit cards are used in battles. Deploy them when you defend or attack your enemy. Okay, so I can't... Let's just see, just for interest's sake. We'll go back way over here on the other side of the world here, and we'll find our AIs. So here we go. We can see that these people have a couple of units. They have a swordsman and an archer. And it looks like I can't attack it. I don't know if I need something to attack, if I need attack or what the dealio is, but you can see that they would kick my butt anyway, so we don't want to attack them. These guys have been giving us gifts of gold every so often, so that's kind of nice. One thing I like about the AI is kind of interesting. You can see how they build stuff. It's different from how, if I could zoom in here, it's pretty different on how I build stuff. But it's just, look at this. You get trading ports down here, lots of fishing lodges. It's just kind of a jumble. But this, believe it or not, is an improvement on what the AI used to be. It used to just be a bunch of willy-nilly houses kind of all over the place. But these are shaping up to be look good. I like the look of that. That's happening great. We got over here as well. So a couple sprinkles of houses, like it's better than what it was, but it's not great yet. So the AI is still in development in this game. It's been like that for a while, but it's coming along. It looks good. And there is a bunch of these little towns all over the place here. So I'm really curious and see what those are going to be about. If you can connect to them with roads or what the dealio is, I'm not sure. So that'll be something exciting that we will be able to learn together. And it looks like we need more tools, and it looks like I'm out of time for this evening. So I hope you enjoy this one, and I hope to see you on the next episode of Kingdoms Reborn. If you like this one, there will be a link to the playlist on the bottom of the cards that showed up. And if you want to just watch random video on the channel, according to what YouTube says, that'll be the top one. So have a fantastic and amazing rest of your evening, day, or night, and I hope to see you on the next episode of Kingdoms Reborn.